Hello and welcome to class. My name is Charlie and today I'll be guiding you through a 20-minute vinyasa flow. All you need for this class is your mat. When you're ready, go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Get settled in your comfortable seat. Then sit up tall. Relax your shoulders down your back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, close down the eyes. Taking these next few moments of stillness before we start moving to connect to your deep breathing. If you're coming to this class at the start of your day, then you might want to spend the next couple of moments setting an intent. If you're coming to this class at the end of a busy day, then you may want to take this time to let go of the day's events. Continue to deepen your breath as you arrive in this moment completely present on your mat. Slowly flicker the eyes open. And let's meet in tabletop. Hands and knees position. Set the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Spreading the fingers wide. With your next inhale, lower the belly. Find an arch in the spine and gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck tailbone, gaze down. Inhale, lower the belly to find a back bend, coming into cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, press floor away for cat. Synchronizing breath with movement. Inhale, belly down, chest open. Exhale, spine rounds, press floor away. One last time. Inhale, lower the belly, gazing up. Exhale, round the spine, gazing down. Come back to tabletop and sit the hips back on the heels and reaching the arms as far forwards as you can. Rest the forehead on the mat. Keep reaching through the arms so that you feel a stretch down the left and right side of your body. Relaxing the shoulders and softening the belly. Taking these next few moments to feel the support from the ground. Especially if you spend a lot of time supporting those around you. Take this time for yourself to be supported by something bigger than you. Pressing into the hands, come back up to tabletop. And begin to shift the body forward. So you're bringing the shoulders over the wrists, starting to feel a little bit more weight in the hands and less weight in the backs of your body. Then shift the weight back. Take the weight out of the hands and into your knees and your lower legs. Continue to shift forwards and move back. Warming up the wrist joint with this really simple movement. This is a great way to strengthen your wrists as you come forwards. If you spend a little bit more time here, leaning weight into the wrist joint is a great way to build strength. And then as you move away, it gives the wrist a chance to rest. Take this a couple more times, warming up your wrists. And then come back into your tabletop position. Tuck the toes, finding a stretch for the backs of your feet, backs of toes. And then slowly lift the knees, lift the hips, press into the hands, push towards the back of your mat to come into downward dog. Gaze towards the back of your mat. For now, don't worry about the heels grounding down or the legs straightening. Focus on finding length in your spine. Then begin to pedal out the legs. So straighten the right leg, keep left leg bent. Straighten left leg, keep right knee bent. Then continue to find these small movements. Right, left, left, right. Maybe shifting the hips from side to side as you do so. Moving into the parts of the body that are feeling a little bit stuck today. And then settling back into stillness, maybe finding that you can ground the heels a little bit further now. If you notice that you carry a lot of tension in your neck, begin to nod the head yes and nod the head no. Let go of any residual tension around the head and neck. Looking in between the hands, start to take little baby steps and bring the feet towards the hands, coming into a forward fold. Bending quite generously in the knees. Bring your belly to your thighs. Take opposite hand to opposite elbow. Relax your head and neck and find a gentle rock from side to side. Ragdoll. A beautiful pose to hang out in. Just letting gravity do the work here. If you feel like you'd like to take it a little bit further for the hamstrings, then straighten the legs. But it's not the most important thing here. Release the hands from the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest. Bring your torso parallel to the ground. Hands can be on the thighs for support. Legs straight. Roll shoulders down the back. Inhale. Exhale, lower hands and step back to plank pose. Drawing your belly button towards your spine. Lower your knees. Then bring the shoulders over the wrists just like we practiced. Bend elbows next to the side ribs and lower down to your belly, modified chaturanga. Bring forearms to the mat, pressing the forearms down, lifting chest up for Sphinx. Deep breath in as we come to this open chest position. At the bottom of your exhale, bring the hands below the shoulders. Press back up to tabletop. Tuck the toes and lift the hips for downward facing dog. Gaze towards the back of the mat. Pedaling out the legs again. Right, left, left, right. Deepen your breathing. Settle back into stillness and gaze in between the hands. Baby step your way to your hands. Forward folds. Keeping a bend in the knees if you like. Relax the shoulders, head and neck. Inhale, come up halfway. Press through the feet. Lift the chest parallel to ground. Exhale, lower the hands. Step back to plank pose. Press the floor away, draw the lower belly in. We're staying here just a little bit longer this time. Really press through the hands and the balls of your feet. Lower the knees. Shift the body forwards, bend elbows lower down to the belly. Then bring forearms to the mat for Sphinx pose. Pressing forearms down, lifting chest up. Inhale. Exhale, lower the chest, bring hands below shoulders, press back through tabletop, lift hips for downward facing dog. Either staying in stillness or pedaling out the legs, whichever version of downward facing dog you like. With your next inhale, looking forwards, stepping to the top of the mat for forward folds. Let your whole torso fold in. Let go with gravity. Inhale, lifting chest halfway, roll shoulders back. Exhale, lower the hands, step the right foot back, lower the right knee. Keeping the knee underneath the hips, and the front foot is below front knee. Arms up for low lunge. If you're feeling a little bit unstable here, then focus on pressing into the floor. Inhale in position, reach arms up. Exhale, lower hands, step back to plank pose. Pressing the floor away. Lower the knees, shift forwards, lower down to the belly. Bring the forearms to the mat for Sphinx pose. Pressing the forearms into the ground, rolling the shoulders back, really opening the chest. Take a deep, generous breath in. At the bottom of your exhale, pressing all the way back through to tabletop, lifting hips for downward facing dog. Set the hands and the feet, one breath in and out. And then stepping the right foot forwards. This can feel a little bit clunky if it's the first time you do it, so you can also use your right foot to place the foot down. Right hand, should I say. Lower the back knee, setting up for low lunge. Arms up, inhale. Pressing into the ground to create more stability. Exhale, hands down, step back, foot forwards, coming into forward folds. Completing our sun salutation. Press into the feet, inhale, lift up halfway, shoulders back. Exhale, lower hands. Step the left foot back this time, lower the knee. And slightly different to the previous round, this time the front knee tracks forwards and the hips sink down. So it's a more open position for your low lunge. Depending on what you're feeling in your hips, you may feel that sinking the hips all the way down is going a little bit too far. So you may just back off slightly. It's really down to you to decide what's the right amount of openness. What is the right dosage of this posture? Staying for one more breath. With your exhale, lowering hands. Edge the front foot forwards to straighten the front leg and then flex the foot. Press down through that heel and fold in. This is probably going to feel very extreme for the hamstrings. It's quite an intense stretch. So if you need to modify, if it feels too much, then find a bend in the front knee. Relax shoulders down the back. Gaze down at the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Bend the front knee, come back through low lunge. Step back to plank pose. Staying here, press the floor away. And you can lower the knees like we've practiced and modify. Or you can join me through chaturanga, coming forwards, up onto the tiptoes as you shift forwards. Bend elbows, hugging them into the side ribs as you lower the whole body down. You can take Sphinx like we've practiced, forearms down. Or you can keep hands next to rib cage for Cobra. Roll the shoulders back and lift the chest. Opening the heart, deep breath in. Exhale out, lower down. Press back through tabletop. Lift hips for downward facing. One breath to set the hands and the feet. Left foot is stepping forwards this time. Taking as many steps to bring the foot forwards as you need. Lower the back knee. Front knee is tracking over the ankle and the hips are going down. Arms up, low lunge. Keep pressing through the front foot and your back shin to find a little bit more stability here. With your next exhale, lower the hands. Begin shuffling the front foot forwards to extend the leg. Flex the foot and fold in. Bending the knee if you know you need to. And then gaze down, relax your head and neck. In these moments of stillness, checking in with the breath. Inhale, come up, bend the front knee. Step the back foot forwards, forward fold. Let the torso hang heavy, relax head and neck. Inhale, lift halfway, roll shoulders back. Exhale, step it back to plank pose. Pressing hands and the balls of the feet into the mat. Draw your belly button to your spine. Lower the knees if you're modifying, or join me through chaturanga. Shift forwards, arms bend, lower down. Coming into Sphinx with forearms down, or Cobra with hands next to ribcage. Inhale, open the chest, roll shoulders back. Exhale, lower the chest. Press back through tabletop. Lift the hips for downward facing dog. One breath to settle in. Look in between your hands, gaze forwards. Baby steps to the top of the mat for forward fold. This time bending the knees really generously. Placing the hands underneath your feet so the top of the hand is down on the mat, palm faces up. Bringing the toes right up to the crease of your wrists if you can. Relax, chin towards the chest. And if the wrists are feeling a little bit tender, you can even wiggle the toes, give the hands a little bit of a massage here. Deep breath in. Exhale out with sound. One more breath like this. Inhale. Exhale all the way. Release the hands from under the feet. Inhale, come up halfway, roll shoulders back. Exhale, lower the hands, step back to plank. Lower the knees. And then keep the big toes touching. Open the knees out to the edges of the mat. Sit the hips down to the heels. And reach arms forwards, resting forehead on the mat for wide-legged child's pose. Relax your shoulders, soften the belly. Taking these next 5 breaths to come down to ground. Walk the hands into the knees to lift yourself up into a kneeling position. And then swing the legs all the way forwards. Come down and lie on the back. And separate your legs so left foot is going towards the left corner, right foot towards right corner. Relax the arms down by the side of your body. Allow your body to melt for these next few minutes in Shavasana, committing yourself to complete stillness, to rest and restore your body. stay here for as much time as you need. There's no hurry. When you're ready to come out, hug the knees into your chest and bring the body into a ball. Roll over onto one side, taking a moment there before coming up to a comfortable seat. Returning to our starting point. Rest the hands in your lap, sitting up tall. Closing down the eyes, draw your attention inward. Taking a moment to recognize your efforts, to recognize showing up, to thank yourself for your hard work. Taking a final deep breath in, filling all the way up. And a long exhale out, letting go. Open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this class as much as I did. Namaste.